Hi, folks. I wanted to show you the brand new tarot dice set that Santa bought me. So, this is a really interesting thing, and it's available pretty much all over. You might even find it at Kmart. And there are some people who are going to say, oh, horrors. Tarot is becoming too mainstream. Tarot is becoming too popular, too watered down. And you know what? I think there's room for everything. I think there's room for watered down tarot, for simplified tarot, and I don't think that takes away from the essence and the power of what is deep, reflective tarot. If you want to work with tarot on a superficial level, that's great. If you want to work with tarot on a deep level, that's great. I think both are good, and I don't think one takes away from the other. How do I know that? Because when I was a kid, I had a children's Bible. Think about it. So, are tarot dice tarot for children? Well, in the sense that there are no disturbing images, the symbols are pretty clear, perhaps. And the way this is marketed, this I think is a little funky. It says, tarot dice take some of the mystery out of a tarot reading. It is fun, easy to use, yet retains the true essence of tarot. Create for yourself, family, and friends the same satisfaction experienced psychics provide to unlock the answers inside us all. It's suggesting that you have to be real smart and real psychic to use a regular tarot deck, but you could just be sort of a slouch and use the dice. Now, you could do a slouchy reading with tarot and be just fine, or you could do a deep reading with the dice and be just fine. So I love these dice, but I don't really like the way they're marketed. I would also say that the book is kind of simplistic. What I like about the booklet is you can easily see, like, if you're not understanding, like, what is this? It's the Queen of Wands. But if you didn't know that the little pie hat meant queen, you could look it up in here very easily. And it also gives you instruction on how to use this kind of cool mat to do a 13 die reading. Now, there are 13 die, 6 cards on each die to make your 78 card deck. So I tried it. I tried that spread, and I had a really interesting reading. It was really, really deep. And so I think readers that are very dependent on the image, on what they see in the image, are going to have a really hard time with these. But I think it's a good exercise because you know what? I should be able to say to you, 7 of Pentacles, and have you have 3, 4, 5 different images of what the 7 of Pentacles could look like in your head. And I think a lot of readers are very, very dependent on their images. And when you're first starting out, it's a great thing. And sometimes that image will speak to you in such a wonderful and poignant way. And it's true, with the dice, you don't have that. But what you do have is your memory of every time you've ever seen that image. It causes you to work with the deck in your head. And so I think for experienced readers, the dice will be a really great exercise to get you away from the card images and more into just the concept of what do those cards mean to you. I think that for a beginner, as it's marketed, this is marketed as real simple. Roll the dice, look at the book, see what it means. And we all know you can do that with the little white book in any tarot deck, and we know that it works well enough to get people hooked. Some people never move beyond that. They never move beyond the simplest divination. But some people do. So the way this works is you actually put the dice in the tube that they came in, and you use the tube to shake the dice. Now, in the instruction, they have you roll it 3 times forward and 3 times back, and I guess like that. And okay, that's fine, but you know what? I really like to shake it too. So that's the way that is. And they have you do it on the mat, but they also say that once you become an advanced reader, you can do it any way you want. So, let's just see what we see here. And they do honor reversals, which I very much appreciate, but unless it comes up straight upside down, then you sort of turn it to make it right side up. So I can think of a lot of ways to use this dice set, this tarot dice. I can think of a lot of ways to use it, not in the book. I really encourage you, if you're going to play with it, to play with it with your imagination and see all the things that you can do. I also think it's really fun the way the cards themselves are depicted. I really do enjoy that. And, just to show you, some of them are very sort of de Marseille, just, there it is, that many cups, that many wands. Some of it's really clever. There's the magician. How cute is that? Here, I really like it. It's a compass rose, Wheel of Fortune. I think that's beautiful. I absolutely love it. This is temperance. So, could you do a great professional reading with these? I think it depends on your own skill and how you work. I think you could, potentially. Could you do a great professional reading if you were referring to this booklet? No, you could not. That's definitely for beginners. Could you use the dice to augment a regular card reading? I think there's ways that you could. What I want people to do is to move way beyond the booklet here and really see what you can do with these, because they are an awful lot of fun. And yes, tarot should be fun. It started as a game, Yes, it is a book of spiritual wisdom. Yes, it is a set of magical tools. And yes, it is a very powerful tool for spirit communication. And it is also fun and also a game. And so with that spirit, I think, I'm really going to enjoy my tarot dice set. And you might enjoy it too.